Francis, I have everything together except this. Well, these words were spoken by a woman, beautiful woman, over 30, friend of mine, last week. Have you ever thought that, um, it's really deep what I'm going to tell you? You've built your career, you built your experience, you built your standards. Um, you worked for your stability. You worked for your confidence. You worked to become the woman you are today. Well, so why? Why does dating feel like the one area that doesn't cooperate? Why does it feel inconsistent? Why does it feel disappointing? Why does it feel harder than it should? Well, let's talk honestly about that. Before you go deeper, I want to say something clearly. Yes, I'm a man, and you might wonder what perspective I can truly offer on this. But there is something important. If the struggle you were experiencing happens in dynamics involving men, understanding male psychology is not optional, right? According to me. Uh, Agree with me? It's strategic. And sometimes grounded male psychological perspective helps you to see patterns you cannot see from inside the emotional experience. Good. Um, so stay with me, okay? Stay with me. This isn't about blaming you, okay? It is not about blaming you. It's not about blaming men. It's about understanding dynamics, right? Here's the first uncomfortable truth. The more successful you become, the more selective you become. Not just financially, okay, uh, psychologically. You detect instability faster. You notice emotional immaturity quickly. You have lower tolerance for confusion. That's not arrogance, okay? That's awareness. But here is where it gets complicated. High discernment can slowly turn into hyper evaluation. And dating is not a performance review. It's every interaction becomes like, is he ambitious enough? Is he emotionally intelligent enough? Is he financially aligned? Is he confident enough? Is he matching my pace? You move from connection into assessment, and assessment reduces emotional flow. Men can feel, let me tell you, we as a man, we can feel when um, they are being evaluated, okay? Men feel when they are being evaluated. I'm telling you this because I know, even you never say it out loud, right? Yeah, sure. Let me ask you something gently. um, are you used to handling everything yourself, like your finances, your schedule, your problems, your emotions? You don't wait for rescue. You don't need provision. You don't need saving. That strength is admirable, right? Is admirable. But rationally, hyper independence can communicate something unintended, right? Like, I don't really need you. Now, let's be mature here, right? Let's be mature. The function is men don't need to be needed to survive, but relational attraction often includes feeling useful, valued, impactful, right? Always includes. It's your energy constantly, like, I've got this. It becomes harder for emotional polarity to develop. You can be strong and still allow space. But many successful women were trained to maximize the competence, not relational receptivity. Yeah, sure. That's a big difference. Um, like this part is math, not emotion. Well, right, what I'm gonna tell you, the more successful, educated, driven, and self-aware you become, the smaller the percentage of men who watch your expectation becomes, right? Not because men are intimidated, right? Not just like this. That explanation is simplistic, but because um, high achieving men often have options. High achieving men prioritize differently. High achieving men are also selective, right? So now two selective individuals are trying to align, yeah, that requires emotional flexibility. And flexibility is hard when you've built your life, your precision, and the standards, right? This is serious. Wow. This is serious what we are covering right now. In your career, control works. In your goal, in your goals, control works, of course. In your financial planning, control works. But attraction is not linear. You cannot optimize chemistry. You cannot spreadsheet emotional connection. You cannot negotiate desire. No. Dating requires uncertainty tolerance, right? And many successful women are extremely low tolerance for uncertainty because you trained yourself to eliminate risk everywhere else in life. Yeah. But intimacy includes risk. If you unconsciously try to control emotional passing, control outcomes, control progression, you may unintentionally suffocate organic development. Yeah, sorry, I need to tell you this. This once is Sabo, what I'm going to tell you. When you've built your identity around achievement, it becomes difficult to switch off competitive energy, right? You compare incomes, you compare drive, you compare ambition, you compare status, um, even family. And when dating becomes comparison based, warmth decreases. Attraction thrives in polarity, not competition, right? You don't have to shrink, you don't have to dim yourself, but you may need to soften performance mode, right? Let's address the real objection. Maybe you're thinking right now, um, is he saying, I should lower my standards? No, no, no. I'm not saying you lower your standards, right? Absolutely not. Please, not. Standards, they protect you, right? But ask yourself, right? Let's make an exercise. Are they protecting you or isolating you? There is a difference. Yeah, there is a difference. And this is where male perspective matters. I'm here to help you bring a male perspective. Sometimes what feels like maintaining standards from inside feel like emotional guardedness from the outside. You know, if you truly want to understand how your emotional energy is being perceived, not just how you intend it, exploring that with a male psychologist can create a powerful insight. Not because men are superior, but because perspectives exposes blind spots. If you feel ready to examine your patterns and at a deeper level, I strongly recommend at least trying to see the things that angle. Growth often happens where perspective shifts. I used to say it oftentimes. And let me end this honestly. Many successful women are excellent at building, achieving, providing, leading, but not practiced in terms of receiving, trusting, allowing, okay, depending emotionally, yeah. And dating requires both. Dating requires both. If you are only in provider energy, emotionally or practically intimacy struggles, right? Yeah, that's of course. The issue isn't your success. No, no. It's that no one taught you to integrate success with softness, right? And that integration is learned. Not it is not automatic. Um, yeah, I thought it was this. I want to make a final reflection with you. If dating feels harder than it should for someone like you, it is not because you've broken. It is not because men are all intimated. It is not because your standards are wrong. No, no, no. It may simply be that your relational strategy hasn't evolved as much as your career strategy has, right? And those are two completely different skill sets, right? Simple as that. Well, if this video made you uncomfortable in a productive way, if you felt seen, even slightly challenged inside, well, I'm Francis, psychologist. If you want to explore your relational patterns from a structured male psychological perspective and uncover blind spots that might be quietly shaping your dating outcomes. The link to book a consultation is in the description here, or you can find in the first comment below, right? Sometimes the breakthrough isn't lowering standards, okay? It's understanding dynamics. Yeah, it's not low standard, no. Understanding dynamics. Well, I hope to see you in next video. Bye.